Let's begin with a reaction coming in from a Karnataka minister, Congress leader K.N. Rajana, who's made an extremely controversial comment on the Ram Mandir, saying that during the Babri Masjid demolition, it looked like two dolls were kept in a tent in Ayodhya and that people were fooled. People were told this is the Ram Mandir. Now, according to this minister, Rajana, he says, I was there during, right after the Babri demolition. I saw what looked like two dolls being kept in a tent. And he says there are many, many Ram temples with history of thousands of years. These are holy places, whereas these temples that you're seeing in Ayodhya are being built by the BJP just for elections. The BJP, according to him, is cheating people. Let's in fact play out for you exactly what this Karnataka minister, this Congress leader, has said.
ನಮ್ಮೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 106 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಇತಿಹಾಸದ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪಾವಿತ್ರತೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಈಗ ಅವ್ರು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇವರು ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಒಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಕಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದು ಇದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಜವಾದಂತಹ ಇದು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮೋಸದ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊ. ನಾವು ರಾಮನ ಭಕ್ತರು, ನಾನು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ ಬಾಬರಿ ಮಸೀದಿ ಬೀಳಿಸಿದಾಗ, ಇವ್ರು ಶ್ರೀರಾಮನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಾನು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಯೋಧ್ಯೆಗೆ. ಒಂದು ಟೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಗೊಂಬೆ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಶ್ರೀರಾಮನ ಇವನೇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋರು. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮೂರಲ್ಲಿ ರಮೇಶನ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲಿ ಕೂಡಲೇ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂಥರ ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್, ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ನನಗೆ ದೇವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಭಕ್ತಿ, ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಬರ್ತದೆ.
Let's take this across to Nagarjun Dwarkanath for more details. Nagarjun, you have this controversial comment being made by Minister where he says that two dolls were kept in a tent and people were made to believe that this was a temple. I felt nothing when I visited Ayodhya and the likes. Is this a comment that the Congress has really reacted on so far?
In fact, Akshita, while addressing gathering in Tumkur, Mr. Rajana, K.N. Rajana, went on to say that in 1992, when he had visited Ayodhya during the Babri demolition, he said that the right-wing organizations or the members had kept two dolls in a tent and called this Ram Mandir, and I didn't get any devotion looking at it. It was like dolls kept in a touring package. Come back to my district or come back to my state, the Ram Mandir, which has history of thousands of years, and you feel some vibration when you step into the temple. You feel positivity and devotion when you enter the Ram Mandir. But look at the Ayodhya Ram Mandir back then in 1992. It had no devotion, no vibration when I went there. People had just kept two idols and called it Ram, is what the minister had said. Just barely a week from the Prana Pratishtha that will happen on Jan 22nd. A big controversial statement coming from a Karnataka minister that in 1992 when the Ram idol was kept, it looked like doll and it had no devotion.
All right, Nagarjun, thanks for those details. We'll track all the reactions coming in. A Karnataka minister there stoking a controversy with just days to go for the Prana Pratishtha. This is the last thing, essentially, that the Congress needs, where you have these kind of controversial, loose statements being made that could really cost the Congress dearly. And let's get you, in fact, our next report on all of the politics that's playing out over the Ram Mandir. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi, who's of course on his Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra, has spoken out for the first time on the Ram Mandir Prana Pratishtha, saying that this ceremony is a Modi event, it's an election event, and that's why none of them will be a part of it. Remember that the Congress did send a delegation to Ayodhya yesterday, and Rahul Gandhi has also said that Congress leaders can choose if they want to be there, but Sonia Gandhi will not be there. Meanwhile, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal attended a Sundarkand part. While this competition over Ram Bhakti escalates, we ask whether the opposition can actually unite for Ram Mandir.
The diverging paths of the India alliance partners. During his Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra, Rahul Gandhi adhered to his party's ideological stance. He reiterated the Congress's position that the Ram Mandir inauguration was a BJP-RSS event.
The RSS and the BJP have made the 22nd January function a completely political Narendra Modi function. It's become a RSS BJP function.
His party colleague Digvijay Singh accused the Sangh Parivar of communalizing the Janmabhoomi issue by demolishing the disputed structure. The ruling BJP responded promptly, insisting that Rahul Gandhi and his party cannot define faith.
राहुल गांधी का इंटरप्रिटेशन जो भी रहे, हमारे लिए ये एक बहुत ही एक महत्वपूर्ण और बहुत ही एक डीपली फेल्ट आस्था का इश्यू है। इसमें राहुल गांधी का टिप्पणी जो भी हो, उसमें कोई बदलाव नहीं आएगा।
ये गिरगिट अब रंग बदल करके सुंदरकांड पार्टी को पढ़ाएंगे। पढ़ाओ, अच्छी बात है, लेकिन आप ही केजरीवाल जी इमामों को मोटी रकम तनख्वाह में भी देने वाले हो। मुझे डर है कि लोकसभा के चुनाव घोषित होने के पहले कहीं आप मस्जिदों की तारीख भी घोषित कर दें अपने कार्यकर्ताओं को नमाज पढ़ने का। मुझे डर लग रहा है।
Another member of the India Alliance, the Aam Aadmi Party leadership organized Sundarkand recitations, coinciding with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's ongoing Anusthan ritual for the Ram Mandir consecration.
आप खुद जो है अगर किसी पार्टी को हिंदुओं की ठेकेदारी दे दोगे तो वो पार्टी ले लेगी। वो पार्टी तो लेना चाह ही रही है। ये बिल्कुल गलत है। मुझे लगता है कि इसको इस तरीके से नहीं देखना चाहिए। जो भी नेता हैं वो किसी किसी धर्म से हैं। अगर वो अपने अपने धर्म के अंदर आस्था रखते हैं, उसके अपने विधि विधान से कार्यक्रम करते हैं, तो हमें इसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। सबको करना चाहिए।
The religious ceremony organized by Aam Aadmi Party drew sharp criticism from its political opponents.
ये जो कुछ कर रहे हैं ना दिल्ली की मुख्यमंत्री और उनकी सरकार, ये कॉम्पिटिटिव हिंदुत्व कर रहे हैं और ये बता रहे हैं कि नरेंद्र मोदी आरएसएस में और इनमें कोई फर्क नहीं है।
Today, when you know that there is going to be a grand temple being constructed in Ayodhya ji, and on 22nd of January, there is going to be the Prana Pratishtha of Ram Lala, Aam Aadmi Party, that has a penchant for changing its colors like a chameleon, has decided that they are going to now take on the color of saffron.
Hindutva and soft Hindutva on one side and secularism on the other. Parties taking positions on the ideological battlefield ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. Bureau Report, India Today.
So you had Arvind Kejriwal there going ahead and taking part in a narration in the recitation of, in fact, the Sundarkand part, which is essentially something that's in praise and glorifying Lord Hanuman. And there have been repeated circumstances where Arvind Kejriwal has repeatedly said that I'm a Ram Bhakt. But at no point so far has he confirmed whether he's actually attending the Prana Pratishtha or not. So while you have the Aam Aadmi Party doing all of this posturing, when it comes to the main event itself, there's a big question mark whether Arvind Kejriwal is attending. He's repeatedly, very publicly said, I'm a Ram Bhakt. But now when the main Prana Pratishtha is going to happen, Arvind Kejriwal seems to be still on the fence.
मैं हनुमान जी और श्री रामचंद्र जी दोनों का भक्त हूँ, तो उन्हीं से प्रेरणा लेके, प्रभु श्री राम से प्रेरणा लेके और उनकी रामराज की अवधारणा को दिल्ली के अंदर पूरी साफ सुथरी नीयत से लागू करने के लिए पिछले 6 साल से हम प्रयासरत हैं।
पूरा देश कोरोना नाम की महामारी से बुरी तरह से पीड़ित है, लेकिन मैं समझता हूं कि अगर देवताओं की, प्रभु श्री राम की, मां सरयू नदी की कृपा होगी तो मैं समझता हूं कि जरूर हम सब लोगों को इस महामारी से मुक्ति मिलेगी।
श्री रामचंद्र जी के, रामलला जी के दर्शन हुए और बहुत अच्छा लगा। जब वहां से बाहर निकला तो मन में एक भाव आया कि हे भगवान, मुझे इतनी ताकत देना, इतनी शक्ति देना, योग्यता देना कि मैं देश के हर व्यक्ति को अयोध्या के दर्शन करा सकूं।
Amit Bharadwaj is joining us live this evening with the latest updates on this. So you had this massive Sundarkand recitation that took place, Amit, earlier today, with all of the biggest AAP leaders coming together. And repeatedly, as we just played out, Arvind Kejriwal has called himself a Ram Bhakt. He's had several initiatives, including promising that he'll arrange for everyone in Delhi who wants to visit Ayodhya to ensure that that's done for free. but there is no update so far on whether he's actually going to be a part of the Prana Pratishtha ceremony. Is the AAP a bit on the fence, trying to figure out whether they're going to be joining their allies in the India bloc of boycotting this event, the likes of Mamata and the Congress, or will he attend?
Well, Akshita, as far as Ayodhya Prana Pratishtha ceremony is concerned, as and when Arvind Kejriwal receives that invitation, we should be, very sure that in most likelihood he will be going to attend the Prana Pratishtha ceremony, because Arvind Kejriwal's politics has been of this sort itself. He wants to portray himself always as a practicing Hindu. Now, he walks on a very thin line of being on the either side, somebody like Congress party which declined the invitation that was extended to them to participate in the Prana Pratishtha ceremony, or somebody who is sounding, a hardcore Hindutva political leader, or taking on communal banters on somebody. So he walks on that thin line, wants to portray himself as a practicing Hindu. And this particular Sundar Kand part, which is being done by AAP chief and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and by his ministers, all MLAs in the national capital right now, is also an attempt to do two things, Akshita. Number one, counter the BJP's narrative, co-opt the BJP's narrative around the Prana Pratishtha ceremony of Ram Temple in Ayodhya. And number two, also send across a message that, look, I am distant as far as controversial comments by certain India party's leaders are concerned, for instance, DMK or certain leaders from the Congress party or Samajwadi party. So this particular ceremony is actually serving two purposes to Aam Aadmi Party. Back to you.
And it's triggered reactions like Asad Noesi calling the Aam Aadmi Party a chota recharge of the RSS, calling them an RSS proxy, essentially. Thanks very much, Amit, for those details. The Aam Aadmi Party maintaining that a formal invite hasn't reached Arvind Kejriwal just yet. It remains, of course, to be seen what their stand will be, but it looks like Arvind Kejriwal, with all the comments that he's made, will have to keep politics aside and be a part of the Prana Pratishtha ceremony. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister is currently observing an 11-day Anushtan, an 11-day fast, where he's in fact also part of that procedure, sleeping on the floor, doing meditation as well. He's also been visiting several temples and locations that are significantly mentioned in the Ramayana. First, it was Panchvati in Nashik, the Kalaram Mandir, now the Veerbhadra temple. This was in Lipakshi of Andhra Pradesh. Again, hugely significant because according to the Ramayana, it was here that Jatayu fell while trying to rescue Ma Sita. Let's get you, in fact, a sequence of exactly what the Prime Minister did at the Lipakshi temple. This is the Veerbhadra temple in Lipakshi, where he was also reciting verses of the Ramayana in Telugu. Prime Minister Modi at the Veerbhadra temple in Lipakshi of Andhra Pradesh, listening to verses from the Ranganatha Ramayana in Telugu. Sri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama, Sri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Days before the Prana Pratishtha ceremony of the Bhavya Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, the Prime Minister's visit to Lipakshi is especially significant. It's believed that Lipakshi is the place where Jatayu, after having been grievously wounded by Ravan, who was abducting Ma Sita, fell. The dying Jatayu told Lord Rama that Ma Sita was indeed taken south by Ravan. He was then granted moksha by Lord Ram.
हमने जो कुछ जनता से लिया, वो जनता के चरणों में ही समर्पित कर दिया। यही तो सुशासन है, यही तो राम राज्य का संदेश है।
The Prime Minister's visit to Lipakshi comes days after he visited the Sri Kalaram Mandir in Nashik, where the Prime Minister took part in Bhajan Kirtan. The temple has big Ramayana symbolism. Located in Panchvati, it is believed that this is where Lord Ram and Sita spent several years while in exile.
नासिक पंचवटी की इस भूमि में प्रभु श्री राम ने काफी समय बिताया था। मैंने आह्वान किया था कि जनवरी तक हम सभी 22 जनवरी तक हम सभी देश के तीर्थ स्थानों की, मंदिरों की साफ सफाई करें, स्वच्छता का अभियान चलाएं। आज मुझे कालाराम मंदिर में दर्शन करने का, मंदिर परिसर में सफाई करने का सौभाग्य मिला है।
Sri Kalaram Mandir is situated along the banks of Godavari in Nashik. The temple was rebuilt in the 18th century after it was destroyed by the Mughals. It is in Panchvati that Lord Ram, Ma Sita and Lakshmanji spent a few years during their Vanvas. Legend has it that Lord Ram set up his hut here, and the presence of 5 banyan trees made this region auspicious. The temple has 14 steps each for 14 years that Sri Ram spent in exile. The temple is made of black basalt stone. The idols of Sri Ram, Lakshman and Ma Sita are also black. Interestingly, the idol of Lord Sri Ram doesn't have a bow and arrow, instead is giving Ashirvad. In preparation for the Prana Pratishtha, the Prime Minister is also observing a strict Anushtan. He'll be fasting till 22nd January while meditating and offering special prayers, and will be sleeping on the floor. All this while he continues with his work commitments. Bureau Report, India Today. So that was highlights, in fact, of the Prime Minister's visit to the Veerbhadra temple in Andhra Pradesh. This is in Lepakshi, where he was seen doing a puja, taking part in a narration also of the Ranganatha Ramayana, which is in Telugu. You could see him enjoying also some of the performances of parts of the Ramayana, where he was also seen chanting along. The Prime Minister, as we have mentioned, is in fact part of undertaking an 11-day Anushtan. So that's extremely crucial. On the right of your screens are the images of that beautiful skit that was played out from parts of the Ramayana for Prime Minister Modi. He's got a packed day ahead. He's also, in fact, inaugurated a number of projects, development projects in Andhra Pradesh, now heading to Kerala, because in Kochi, he's going to be a part of a massive roadshow, and tomorrow he's going to be visiting the Guruvayur temple as well, where he's going to be attending the wedding of actor and politician Suresh Gopi's daughter. So the Prime Minister tomorrow as well is going to be in Kerala, and he also mentioned how each of these temples that he's going to be visiting in the run-up to the Prana Pratishtha ceremony, in the run-up to January 22nd, is extremely crucial, because with each of these temples, whether it's Nashik, whether it's Panchvati or here in Lepakshi, it's all got very, very important significance to the Ramayana. In Nashik, Panchvati is where reportedly the Sita Guha is, the Sita cave. Some time of, in fact, Lord Ram's exile was spent there. As far as Lepakshi is concerned, it's where they say Jatayu fell after he was attacked by Ravan when he tried to rescue Ma Sita. So each of these locations extremely significant really in the journey of Lord Ram. Even as, in fact, we show you these images, we're also going to be getting you our reporter live from Kerala to tell you what's happening there, because the Prime Minister is going to be taking part in a massive road show. Shibi Mol is joining us from Kochi with more on that. Shibi, the Prime Minister expected to embark on a road show shortly. What's the update there? What's the situation?
Akshita, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be soon reaching Kerala's Kochi and taking out a roadshow. It will be starting from the Maharaja's College ground here in Kochi and will be ending at the guest house. So tomorrow he actually has, projects, inauguration projects at the Cochin shipyard. Before that, he will be first attending the wedding of actor and politician Suresh Gopi's daughter's wedding at Guruvayur temple in Thrissur. And also he will also be visiting the famous Ram temple in Tripurayar in Thrissur itself. So following that, in the evening, he will have a meeting he will address a gathering of the BJP workers in Kochi itself at the Marine Drive here. But yes, as far as the BJP leadership here is concerned, they're really happy.
Okay, we're going to come to you, Shibi, when that roadshow kicks off. We'll come to you as you'll get us those updates from Kochi as well. In a few moments from now, the Prime Minister expected them. Let's get your breaking news that's coming in. All images coming in right now on India Today of inside the Ram Mandir and a look of exactly where the Ram Lala idol will be placed. Exclusive images on your screens right now. You see that slab made completely of marble. That's where you're going to see the Ram Lala idol being placed. This is a 50 square feet marble which has been used. 110 workers are working around the clock to ensure that the structure has been made in 8 months' time, completely of marble. It's on that pedestal that you will have the Ram Lala idol being placed. So those images first on your screens right here on India Today as we continue getting you all the pictures that we can of what the Ram Mandir really looks like.
मकराना वाइट मार्बल बहुत ही उत्कृष्ट श्रेणी में आता है, जो विश्व भर में बहुत गुणवत्ता के हिसाब से सबसे पहला माना गया है और उसी हिसाब से जो ट्रस्ट ने और टाटा कंसल्टेंसी ने और एल&टी ने जो फाइनल किया है वो मकराना वाइट को ही फाइनल किया है।
देखिए, हम लोगों ने हमको करीब 8 महीने हो गए हैं यहाँ पे और दिन रात हम लोगों ने काम किया है। हमारी करीब 120 लोग इस पे काम कर रहे हैं डे एंड नाइट और इसमें मतलब हमारे को कोई ऐसा चैलेंज भी नहीं आया, बस श्री राम जी एनर्जी देते गए और हम काम करते गए और काम होता गया।
Okay, so the big countdown clearly for the Grand Ram Mandir is underway. And in Ayodhya, there's been, of course, a lot of activity. Ayodhya even saw the lighting of a mammoth 108-foot-long agarbatti ahead of the Prana Pratishtha event. The joy that's spreading through Ayodhya is also spreading to several parts of the country. In the national capital, there is this massive Shobha Yatra also. We'll also, in our next report, get you the first images, videos that we've accessed of what the Ram Mandir actually looks like.
Stones coming to life through artwork. Intricate carvings. Grand murals. Tales from Ramayana depicted in minute details. This is Ram Lala's divine abode. The Grand Ram Temple in Ayodhya and its interiors revealed first time on India Today. Showing the ornate roof, decorated walls and resplendent corridors in their full glory. The auspicious Prana Pratishtha rituals in the temple city began on Tuesday and will continue till the sacred day. First of the rituals were the Prashchit and Karmakuti Pujan, aimed at atonement from sin. The joy of Ram Mandir Prana Pratishtha has swept the streets of Delhi, with the national capital adorning the color of Astha.
तस्वीरें दिखाना चाहेंगे किस तरीके से शोभा यात्रा जो है वो निकाली जा रही है। अलग-अलग रूप में जो तमाम व्यापारी संगठन है वो इस वक्त शोभा यात्रा निकाल रहे हैं। लोग नाच रहे हैं, गा रहे हैं, गुनगुना रहे हैं। रंग ही रंग इस वक्त जो है वो नजर आ रहा है।
The holy city of Ayodhya saw the lightning of the mammoth 108 feet agarbatti ahead of the Prana Pratishtha event. It is a pan-India faith surge for Ram Mandir. With Pooja Shali in Ayodhya and Shishan Mehra in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
The Prime Minister has been making it a point to share so many beautiful bhajans with us. But as you can see, Sivashri Skanda Prasad is joining me. She's a classical singer. Sivashri, congratulations first of all for the kind of reception you've been receiving for your song. The Prime Minister has posted about it. So can you first describe for us how you felt the moment you realized that the Prime Minister has also shared your devotional hymn?
Namaste. Thank you for having me here. Of course, this is a very, very special day for me. It's a great honor that the Prime Minister has retweeted a song that was posted by me on social media. And mean, first of all, I didn't realize that this has happened. I started receiving calls from many of my friends and family, and then I realized that this was something huge. And I couldn't believe it for the first few minutes, and then I started processing it. And then now I thank all gods. I thank Ram, especially for giving me this wonderful recognition from our dear Prime Minister himself. I would like to thank him through this because, I mean, I'm just a humble musician, an artist from the south of Bharat, and this was not something that I've ever dreamt of. So this is a goosebumps moment for me.
But much deserved, Sivashri, because it's a beautiful song. You've got a lovely voice, and I know all our viewers want to hear you sing, so we'll make you do that in just a bit. But for our non-Kannada viewers, Sivashri, can you just explain really what your song talks about, the lyrics of the song?
Absolutely. This is a very beautiful Sahitya in Kannada where the Bhakta pleads to Rama, both literally and philosophically, to open the doors towards him and to accept us as his true Bhakta, to merge into him. This is the gist of the song, which is told in many different small ways in the charanas that are there. So this is very apt for this occasion also, where though we are opening doors for him as citizens of this Bharat, he has opened up the doors to us and the pathway towards him. So this is literally very apt for the situation.
So why, Sivashri, did you choose to sing a Ram bhajan? Do you describe yourself as a Ram Bhakt? What does Lord Ram really mean to you?
Oh, absolutely. So this is something that connects. Ram is somebody that connects people across Bharat, though he is considered to have been the king of the north. Somehow we've all been brought up here in the south too. We've been asked to write Ram Naam since our childhood. It has been ingrained in us that Rama is a god of this whole universe. We are all Ram Bhakts, and especially my family, since we've been into the practice of doing Nama Sankirtan. And Harinama Sankirtan is the only way towards moksha according to the Kali Yuga philosophy. So we've all been brought up saying Rama Nama is the ultimate medicine for all diseases. So Rama is a part of all of us.
You've described that beautifully, but for Kannadigas, the Ram Mandir and their link to it is so special. It feels almost like every one of them has had a role to play in the Ram Mandir, thanks to you, and also thanks to Arun Yogiraj, who was announced as the chosen one, whose idol is going to be in the Garbhagriha, in the Sanctum Sanctorum. Now your devotional song, again in Kannada, being shared by the Prime Minister.
Well, to be honest, I am from Tamil Nadu, but I feel proud about the fact that I am from the south. To me, it is all the same. From whichever part of Bharat I am from, I am a Bharatiya. So it doesn't make any difference. Of course, it is a very, very proud moment for Karnataka and for all Kannadigas. And this is this is going to be cherished forever, because the murti that is going to be installed in the temple is also done by a Kannadiga, and the song, which so happened to be very appropriate for the occasion, is also a Kannada song. I think all Kannadigas will be rejoicing this moment wherever they are, whichever part of the globe they are from.
You're so right that this is something that every Bharatiya is contributing to, having a role in. Finally, Sivashri, can you sing a few lines of the bhajan that the Prime Minister shared now?
Definitely. Pardon me for my voice. I have not been doing very well, but I would still do this. Olidaru chenna, munidaru chenna, ninna sereye badige chenna. ನಾನಿನ್ನ ಪಾದದ ಧೂಳಾದರೂ ಚೆನ್ನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸು ನನ್ನ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ತೆರೆಯೋ ಬಾಗಿಲನು ರಾಮ ಪೂಜಿಸಲೆಂದೇ ಹೂಗಳ ತುಂಬಿ ದರ್ಶನ ಕೋರಿ ನಾನಿಂದೆ ತೆರೆಯೋ ಬಾಗಿಲನು ತೆರೆಯೋ ಬಾಗಿಲನು.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Surshri, for joining us here on India Today, singing that lovely, lovely bhajan for us this morning. Just the perfect start, really, for all of our viewers. Thank you for joining us on India Today. Congratulations once again on the amazing response you've received for your bhajan.